Welcome to 10 Minutes of Football. Today's poem is entitled Until Erik Ten Hag. First things first. Footballpowerhour! I didn't write this poem. Erik Ten Hag wrote it. You want to perform it with me? All right. Manchester United hadn't lost 13 games by Christmas since 1930 until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United hadn't gone 4 games in a row without scoring since 1992 until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United hadn't lost back-to-back games to West Ham United since 2007 until Erik Ten Hag. No Manchester United manager has conceded 20 goals to Liverpool or City in the first 7 games against them since Alfred Albout in the 1800s until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United had never finished with as few as 5 points in the Champions League group stages in the competition's history until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United had never lost 4 of 6 Champions League group games in the competition's history until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United had never finished with as few as 5 points in the Champions League group stages in the competition's history until Erik Ten Hag. No English club had ever conceded 15 goals in the Champions League group stages in the competition's history until Erik Ten Hag. Jesus is Manchester United had never failed to keep a clean sheet in 5 of 6 Champions League group games in the competition's history until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United had never lost 12 of the opening 23 games of the season. Get right here, man. Until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United hadn't finished bottom of the Champions League group since 2006 until Erik Ten Hag. Bournemouth had never scored 3 goals at Old Trafford until Erik Ten Hag. What the hell? Bournemouth Football Club had never won at Old Trafford until Erik Ten Hag. Bournemouth had never kept a clean sheet at Old Trafford until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United had never lost 7 of the opening 16 Premier League games until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United hadn't lost back-to-back league games against Newcastle since 1972 until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United had never lost 6 of the opening 14 games of the Premier League season until Erik Ten Hag. Newcastle hadn't kept 3 clean sheets in a row. 3 clean sheets in a row against Manchester United since 1897 until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United had never conceded 3+ goals in 4 different Champions League games in a season until Erik Ten Hag. No English team in Champions League history had ever conceded 14 goals in the first Champions League group games until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United had never lost a Champions League game they were leading by 2 goals until Erik Ten Hag. Twice since then. Manchester United had never dropped this many points from a winning Champions League position in Champions League history until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United had never conceded 4+ goals in 2 Champions League group games until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United had never lost 9 of the opening 17 games since 1974 until Erik Ten Hag. No player as young as Rooney Bosch had scored against Manchester United in the Champions League until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United hadn't lost 8 of the opening 15 games in a season since 1962 until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United hadn't lost 5 of the first 10 games at Old Trafford since 1931 until Erik Ten Hag. Newcastle hadn't won at Old Trafford since 2013 until Erik Ten Hag. Newcastle hadn't won a competition against Manchester United since 1994 until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United hadn't lost twice in a row to Newcastle since 1972 until Erik Ten Hag. No post-war Manchester United manager had conceded 20 goals to City and Liverpool in their first 6 games against them until Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United hadn't lost 5 of the opening 10 league games in 36 years until Erik Ten Hag. Galatasaray hadn't won a game on English soil in 117 years of existence until Erik Ten Hag. Man United had never lost the opening 2 Champions League group games until Erik Ten Hag. And Manchester United had never conceded 7 goals in the opening 2 Champions League group games until Erik Ten Hag. Now, are you Ten Hag in or are you Ten Hag out? Until Erik Ten Hag. Until Ten Hag. Football power.